Welcome to the Eureka Remediation Tool Support for Grade 6. To become mathematically proficient, students must access on-grade level content. Today's objective is to support 6th grade teachers who use the Eureka curriculum in helping all students access grade level content using the newly enhanced Eureka remediation tools. The Louisiana Department of Education believes that all students, including students with disabilities, English learners, and students who persistently struggle, can achieve grade level standards. To ensure this vision is realized for students, all students should access on-grade level instruction every day through a high-quality curriculum in the least restrictive environment. In a math classroom, effective Tier 1 curriculum implementation happens in 3 different layers for students. Through core instruction, which focuses on high-quality implementation of on-grade level content. Core support, which aims to provide in-classroom supports to address gaps in knowledge from previous grade levels just prior to accessing the on-grade level content. And if necessary, intensive intervention. Take a second to read through each layer of this instructional framework. Is this flow of supports happening in your classroom? Pause the video if necessary. What stands out to you? Today, we will be focusing on planning strategies for supporting students with unfinished learning through core supports and intensive intervention. We will focus on core supports and intensive intervention and explore how it can be addressed specifically in math. Depending on students' level of needs, teachers will determine when to utilize these tools. With students who need support to achieve grade level standards, teachers should employ the supports within the curriculum. With students who persistently struggle, teachers should employ more intensive intervention. This should supplement, not replace, the high-quality curriculum-embedded supports. Math instruction for students who persistently struggle should help students access the Tier 1 curriculum content. This requires teachers to, step 1, identify the standard or standards being targeted during core instruction. Step 2, identify the prerequisite standards needed for students to access grade level standards. And step 3, engage students in components of previous grade levels of the Tier 1 curriculum during regular, small group, or individualized instruction. Our original Eureka remediation tool provided guidance on what previous grade level modules and lessons teachers could pull from for remedial purposes. We have done this work and created many lessons aligned to each part of the diagnostic assessment for teachers to use based on students' needs. Many lessons from one or more of the parts can be used depending on students' outcomes on the diagnostic assessment. Now let's talk about accessing the Grade 6 Enhanced Eureka remediation tools. To access the remediation tools, go to the K-12 Math Planning Resources page. From there, scroll down to the box titled Tier 1 Remediation Tools. Now let's discuss using the Grade 6 Enhanced Eureka remediation tools. Before students engage in the work of a given topic, such as Module 2, Topic B, the Eureka remediation tool diagnostic assessment can be administered in order to determine the misunderstandings or gaps in mathematical knowledge related to a particular topic in the Eureka curriculum. The diagnostic assessment for each Eureka remediation tool is designed to be administered prior to beginning instruction on the given topic. When appropriate, the diagnostic is broken into parts such as A, B, C, and so on, with each part addressing a different prerequisite standard. Each of these parts has 3 problems. If a student correctly answers at least 2 of the 3 problems, it could be assumed that he or she is ready to engage with the new content associated with that part with little to no support needed prior to engaging with the topic. The diagnostic assessment is designed in a way so that teachers can determine the entry point for remedial instruction and opportunities for unfinished learning within the context of the new learning. The entry points and opportunities for unfinished learning will vary between students. Once the misunderstandings or gaps in mathematical knowledge have been identified, the guidance for each of the different parts can be used as remedial support for students. For example, if students struggled in Part A of the diagnostics shown, teachers can reference that page in the remediation tool. The use of the tool is not intended to delay students' engagement with on-grade level learning. On-grade level learning should be the focus of instructional time and treated as an opportunity to finish learning previous skills. After determining the scope and scale of the unfinished learning using the diagnostic assessment, the mini lesson should be used as a brief daily warm-up activity or can be used in small groups. Daily warm-up activities are taught during regular instruction as a way to connect previous learning to on-grade level content. Small group instruction happens either during regular math time or during other blocks reserved for math support, such as a scheduled response to intervention period. Part A of the Module 2, Topic B, identifies 5 NBT B7 as the prerequisite standard needed for remediation. In order for students to become fluent with the standard algorithm of adding decimals in grade 6, place value concepts must be understood. Students should recognize that just as with whole number addition, like units must be added together and bundled or carried to the next place when there are 10 or more of that unit. A mini lesson is provided for each specific part of the enhanced grade 6 Eureka remediation tool. This mini lesson is comprised of a teacher companion and a student activity sheet, both of which are added as an appendix and linked in the blue box to the right-hand side. Let's take a look at these documents for Part A of Module 2, Topic B. You'll notice at the box at the top, each teacher companion includes a note on the suggested time frame when the remediation should be delivered. For example, this mini lesson is suggested to be delivered prior to Module 2, Topic B, Lesson 9. Listed for the teacher is also the focus standard and a note on why this targeted remediation is important for current grade level work. The teacher companion also includes a view of the problems that are on the student activity sheet, as well as instructional guidance for delivering the lesson, as indicated by the teacher notes in red. Answers are provided for the teacher in the teacher companion document. Notice the emphasis on adding like units in these problems. This mini lesson begins with example problems that the teacher may model or work together with students. The teacher's guide provides guidance on building the conceptual understanding of the math. Students then have the opportunity to use the problem set on their student activity sheet to practice on their own in a small group with a teacher or with a partner, depending on their level of need. For example, here students are invited to solve these problems using the standard algorithm or place value strategies. We plan to release the updated teacher companion and student activity sheets by the dates listed here. What are your next steps to implement these tools? We would love your continued feedback. Please complete the following survey. Please contact Classroom Support Toolbox at la.gov with questions. Thank you for your time.